How's it going, everybody? It is Visual. I hope you guys are having a beautiful day, and welcome back to another Pokemon Ultra Sun and Moon Wi-Fi battle versus Jayvo over here in the OU tier. So I'm just going to lead off with my Garchomp. It is going to be Swords Dance with Outrage, Earthquake, and Stealth Rock Dragonium Z. As he leads off with the Rotom Wash, he actually misses a Wisp and is faster than my Garchomp, which leads me to believe he's going to be Choice Scarf, obviously. And he was locked in the Wisp, so that's pretty cool. For me, at least, I would have gotten Rocks up, but unfortunately, since he missed, he doesn't have my attack, and I get to one-shot him with the Dragonium Z, and that's an offensive Rotom Wash for sure, because if it was defensive Scarf, it would have actually maybe lived to my Dragonium Z. So that kind of sucks for him big time, since he is kind of weak to Garchomp, for sure, if they even get a Swords Dance up. So he actually goes into Staraptor. Usually Staraptor are going to be a Choice Scarf, but he turns out to be Banded, and it literally almost one-shotted my Garchomp. This is a Garchomp. And this guy never goes down to like one hit. Well, it's super effective, but Staraptor almost one-shot it. So luckily I live on 6 HP, and Staraptor takes a bunch of recoil and rough skin. So I just go for the Outrage, trying to knock out the Staraptor, but Venusaur came in, and it's going to turn out to be Mega, which is obvious. Mega Venusaur and OU. Almost gets a one-shot of Outrage though, and yeah, I can just go for the next Outrage and knock out the Mega Venusaur, since he doesn't have a two-good switch, and like I said, to Garchomp. Like, I guess his best way of dealing with Garchomp was the Will-O-Wisp with his Rotom Wash, and then maybe he can pull through with one of his other mons. Like, he could definitely maybe wall Garchomp with a Venusaur, because I'd have to Swords Dance up to try and break through it, and he could do a lot of damage with Giga Drain. So anyways, he brought in the Volcarona, and unfortunately, Volcarona goes down to the Outrage, but he does get a nice fortunate burn right there, 30% chance with the Flame Body, so that's pretty nice for him. So, at least he got rid of the Garchomp, and now I just bring in my Choice Specs Tapu Lele, as in comes Staraptor. I do not want to catch a Banded Brave Bird. Staraptor is faster than Tapu Lele, so I just go into my Magnezone. And if it's not going to be Banded, then hey, Staraptor, calm down with that massive attack stat, alright? But I'm pretty sure it's Banded, judging from the damage. So, switches out Staraptor, as it's pretty threatening with probably Magnezone gonna be going for the electric move, and I am Choice Scarf Magnezone, so he goes into a Lone Marowak, which is actually Lightning Rod, so I guess I could have figured that. It's probably not gonna be Rockhead on a team like this. Usually Rockhead is mostly on a Trick Room team, so it makes sense. So I go into Tornadus, it's gonna be max HP Rocky Helmet. Actually turns out the Flame Charge Alolan Marowak, so that's pretty cool. But luckily, Tornadus is so dang fast, it outspeeds Alolan Marowak at +1 speed. Go for the knockoff, get rid of that Thick Club, so his attack is like nothing, and he doesn't even knock me out with Shadow Bones, so that's pretty nice. And then I just get to knock him out with the next knockoff right there. So, pretty good for me. Now in comes the Blissey. Blissey can pretty much take anything Tornadus wants to go for. I do want to go for a knockoff though, just to get rid of its item. Leftovers could be a little bit annoying on Blissey, but at the same time, I could really just go into my Tapu Lele and just one-shot this Blissey with a Psyshock, since it hits the defense side of Blissey, and Blissey has horrible defense, so pretty nice for me. I'm just going to try and U-turn into it, but Blissey does have Thunder Wave, paralyzes my Tornadus, which actually could really suck, but luckily I'm still faster than Blissey. But at the same time, I actually don't really need Tornadus anymore to win the game, to be honest, since Staraptor goes down to Stealth Rocks and his last mon is Blissey, so all I really need is to knock out Blissey, and Tapu Lele should get that job done with the Choice Specs. So Seismic Toss doesn't really do much, and yep, Psyshock just one-shots a Blissey, so pretty nice for me. And that's going to be a GG versus Jayvo. Unfortunately though, that Will-O-Wisp from the Rotom Wash really did suck a lot, but hey, that's Pokemon, what can you do? Maybe if he had a defensive Rotom Wash, he could have lived the Dragonium Z and got the burn off, and maybe if he had Pain Split as well, he could Pain Split in one of my mons, but unfortunately, Choice Scarf Rotom Wash gets one-shotted, when it's an offensive variant at least. I have ran defensive Scarf before, which sometimes works with Trick. So, I guess next game we could show Alec. So, he has Mega Ampharos with the Tapu Koko, Swoobat, and Gastrodon, probably for Heatran, Ferrothorn, pretty nice with Spikes. Could be Stealth Rocker, since nothing else learns Stealth Rock, and Hydreigon. So, let's jump right into it. Hydreigon, probably gonna be like Scarf, maybe Specs is what I guess. And Tapu Koko could be maybe Z-Move. Tapu Koko is pretty nice with Z-Move, I like it a lot actually. But Hydreigon also is pretty nice as a Z-Mover. So, I'm going to lead off with my Garchomp as he leads off with the Ferrothorn. I just go straight for the Swords Dance because I just want to break through this Ferrothorn with an Earthquake, as he just gets the Spike up right there. So, no Stealth Rocks today for his Ferrothorn, but now I decide to get my Stealth Rocks up because, hey, why not? What is Ferrothorn going to do to me? Goes for the Gyro Ball, does a decent amount, but it's not a 2-hit KO, and he does take a little bit of rough skin, so it reveals he is going to be leftovers. That's pretty nice. Really doesn't matter what he is though, since +2 Earthquake will bop this Ferrothorn. Won't one-shot it since Ferrothorn is a bulky monster, and yeah, it's not super effective since it's parked grass. So he gets another Spike Up, which is fine. It's a little bit of chip, a little bit annoying, but I do have Defog on Tornadus. I can just get rid of him if I really needed to, and Tornadus is just one dang good defogger in OU. But that does invite the Tapu Koko to come in, so I got to be wary of that. So he actually brings in Tapu Koko on my Garchomp, so that's pretty interesting. He probably has Dazzling Gleam or HP Ice. So he goes for the HP Ice. I didn't really need Garchomp anymore, since even if he will screen Tapu Koko, I'd just rather go for the Earthquake. So sometimes I see a lot of screens Tapu Koko, and maybe he wants screens up for Swoobat or something like that. So now I bring in Tapu Lele, as I want to get rid of the electric terrain, because Swoobat might have the electric seed, and if it comes in and activates it, that could be a little bit annoying if it does have Simple Nature and get a lot of defense. So just go for the Moonblast. In comes Gastrodon, get a nice special attack drop, which, I mean, doesn't really matter too much since Gastrodon doesn't really go for too much special attack moves, but then it reveals its Mirror Coat and one-shots my Tapu Lele, so, like, oh, well, that's pretty interesting. And I think he told me he was, like, Assault Vest or Rindo Berry, one of those two, and he was, like, max special defense, which obviously is the case since Moonblast Choice Specs did not do a lot to the Gastrodon. Usually Gastrodon is always max special defense too, in the OU tier at least. So, anyways, I brought in Zam, just gonna not Mega Evolve because maybe I can trick him to think I'm not Mega Evolving, or I'm not Mega Alakazam, and I guess it worked because he brought in Tapu Koko, and Mega Alakazam is gonna be able to outspeed Tapu Koko, and it always one-shots Tapu Koko from the range it's at, unless it's gonna be like, I don't know, max HP Assault Vest, but nobody runs that, so. In comes Hydreigon. I don't want this thing to be Choice Scarf and Dark Pulse me, so I'm going to switch out Zam, as I do have a pretty nice switch in, which is Tapu Bulu. It is going to be regular Spadef Tapu Bulu with a Swords Dance, Horn Leech, Superpower, and Protect. Pretty nice with the leftovers and a little bit of defense. So yeah, he just fires out the Dark Pulse, pretty expected, so I'm guessing he's just going to be Scarf, so I'm just going to go for the Superpower and just maybe try and knock out Hydreigon. So he fires out the Poisonium Z. I'm like, oh, well then, okay, this is going to be Z Belch Hydreigon. I ran that before, that's pretty nice. It is a one-time use though, so you got to make sure you're going for it on the right turn, because if you waste it, and if I clicked Protect right there, then you couldn't go for another Poison move. Unless you had Hidden Power Poison as well, which I've ran before on Hydreigon. Hidden Power Poison is actually a pretty nice tech on some mons in the OU tier, like Keldeo and Mega Alakazam I've seen. So, anyways, I go to Tornadus, as I just want to go for the U-turn. I kind of guess I expected him to switch out right there, but he didn't, so I'm just going to go into Magnezone, as I predict him to just go for the Draco Meteor, since it makes most sense to go for it on the Tornadus. I don't think he'd go for a Dark Pulse, since he can't flinch me, and it doesn't knock out Tornadus, and he could be scared of Hurricane or Superpower just knocking him out, so now I go and just fire off a Flash Cannon, as I am Scarf and outspeed the Hydreigon, but then he packs the Fire Blast, and a -2 special attack. Luckily Magnezone lives it with a Sliver, so that's pretty nice for me. So now he has a pretty nice switch in, which is Ampharos. Can take anything that Magnezone wants to go for, unless I'm packing Hidden Power Grounds, which nobody really runs, but maybe someone is crazy enough to run that just to catch a Heatran, but nobody really runs that ever. Or I could actually do more damage to Magnezone too, if they want to, but most of the time Hidden Power Fire is the way to go, since it hits Ferrothorn and Scizor and stuff like that, so that's usually where you trap it with Magnezone, since they're a lot slower and they can't really do much to Magnezone back. So I decided to just sack my Magnezone, since looking at his team I didn't really need it anymore. Hydreigon was really low, it goes down to pretty much a Shadow Ball from Zam, so I was like, alright, let's bring in Zam and win the game. So Mega Ampharos should be in range of just getting one-shotted by a Psychic. I do trace Mold Breaker, which doesn't really matter, unless I had like a ground move and it could hit Hydreigon with Levitating, but I had Stealth Rock Slip and Hydreigon goes down to the Stealth Rocks right there. He actually switched out too, which is interesting because he just brings in Mega Ampharos and after just sacking Hydreigon, so he just literally took Stealth Rock Chip on Mega Ampharos for me, and maybe that mattered, probably not, since Mega Alakazam literally has so much, like so high special attack, it KOs like mons left and right. So his last mon is Swoobat, I have Shadow Ball, and that will KO the Swoobat. So sometimes you see Swoobat in the OU tier, at least in the Wi-Fi battles, because I guess paired up with the Tapu, you want to give it like a seed and then just raise its stat a lot with Simple Nature. So a little bit of gimmick right there, but pretty cool team with Alec. So next up we got, also by the way, his team has a lot of switch-ins for Heatran. He got Hydreigon, he got Gastrodon. He does not like Heatran at all. Unless it's Steelium Z, which could be a little annoying for Hydreigon, or if it's just toxic for the Gastrodon. But he goes one Spadef Gastrodon with Miracle. That's a pretty cool tech, I gotta say. That's pretty cool. I did not expect that. Wish I went clicked Psychic with Tapu Lele, then I'd just bop it. Or Psyshock. So next up we got versus Demser. He got another Staraptor. Man, everybody with their Gen 4 Pokemon. I love it. And then a bunch of other threats. Rotom Wash again, so that's going to be a little annoying for my Garchomp. But Dragonium Z should do a lot. And that's why we pack in that Dragonium Z to just bop those Pokemon that I guess are immune or resistant to ground types. That's why Garchomp is a menace. And, you know, it bops with a lot of defense Pokemon when you Swords Dance up. So, lead off of Garchomp, nice rocker as he leads off with the Staraptor. He just goes for the U-turn, so that is Choice Scarf since outsped my Garchomp. It's a nice rough skin damage as well, and a little bit of chip, always matters. In comes the Rotom Wash, so it's probably going to defog on me, it's probably going to Wisp, whatever, that's fine. I decided to just go for the Dragonium Z. I know it won't knock it out, but it will probably put it in range of an Outrage. If he does want to go for Wisp, I'll just Swords Dance up, maybe get my rocks up. Unless he just keeps spamming defog, that could be a little bit annoying. Then I might just Swords Dance all the way up or something like that, like maybe 2 Swords Dances and then I just click Outrage or something. It could really scare him, but he might stack the Rotom Wash just to get the defog off and never let me get Stealth Rocks up. So, yeah, he goes for the defog right there, kind of expected. And now I just switch out my Garchomp as I go into Magnezone, and pretty much I just didn't want to get Wisp on my Garchomp, because maybe I can get Rocks up later and then just click Outrage on Rotom Wash. That's pretty much going to be the plan for me. So, Magnezone, I just want to go for, I'm pretty sure Volt Switch, as he does bring in a Heatran, since Volt Switch seems pretty free right there. And yeah, I just want to bring in my Garchomp again, that's the plan. And I'm just going to click Stealth Rocks over here, because I'm pretty sure he's not going to let his Heatran get Earthquaked. If he does, then that's going to be amazing for me. Even though I have a pretty good switch in, which is Mega Alakazam, but since I didn't Mega Evolve just yet, I don't have a too good switch into Heatran just yet. So, he does bring in the Rotom Wash on my Stealth Rocks, and now I can knock it out with the Outrage. So that's how you deal with a defensive Rotom Wash. Unless he clicked the Wisp on my Garchomp, when I clicked Dragonium Z, that could be a little bit bad. So, luckily he did not. He just clicked Defog. So then comes Tapu Koko. Tapu Koko probably has Hidden Power Ice like they usually do. So, I decided to just stay in, as he actually turns out to be Reflect. So there it is, that Reflect. And I clicked Outrage right there because I guess I was expecting him to switch out. Maybe U-turn or something like that, because he just wanted to get the Electric Terrain up for one of his Pokemon. So I go into Tapu Lele as I want to get rid of the Electric Terrain and put it up Psychic Terrain, so none of the Seeds would activate, and he gets all the screens up and then has Taunts. So typical Taunt and screens Tapu Koko. I wonder what his last move is. Maybe it's Volt Switch or U-turn, I'm not too sure, but I get a nice chip damage with Psyshock with Specs. So now in comes Heatran on the next Psyshock. Doesn't do anything at all since, you know, Heatran resistant, and we all know Heatran can take second moves for days. Unless I clicked Focus Blast, but he would have seen that before since I would have clicked on Tapu Koko. So, bring in Garchomp, as Garchomp should be able to take anything Heatran wants to go for, and he just decides to get his Stealth Rocks up, so that's pretty fair. I know it's not going to be a Z move since you can see its leftovers. I would be kind of scared if it was going to be a Z mover. Sometimes you might see Hidden Power Ice though on Heatran, not too sure though. So, anyways, Scizor comes out. I decided to just go for a Swords Dance as Scizor came out, and he might be threatened out by a Fire Fang, maybe. Probably not though, since I already showed that I had Swords Dance, Outrage, and Stealth Rock. So what would be my last move? Probably Earthquake. So he brings in Staraptor as I go for another Swords Dance because I really just want to break through the Scizor, but I guess he didn't want Scizor to get Earthquaked. And Staraptor is just going to go for the Scarf Brave Bird. Does not knock me out. Garchomp lives on a sliver of HP, and I get to knock out the Staraptor with the Outrage right there. So that is pretty nice for me. And yeah, pretty nice. And now in comes Tapu Koko. Garchomp also, by the way, is just living all these Staraptor hits. Lived that Abandoned Brave Bird, I think, and then lives the Scarf Brave Bird. So, Tapu Koko is immune to the Outrage, so I can't really touch it, but at least it breaks me out of the Outrage, so then I can go for an Earthquake if I so need to be. So he goes for the U-turn, knocks me out, but he does take nice Rough Skin Chip, and maybe puts him in range of some Stealth Rocks, so that Tapu Koko will go down Stealth Rocks. So, now in comes Greninja. It is shiny, so it's most likely Protean, and at least it's not Battle Bond, so I bring in Tapu Bulu mainly because I just want to get rid of the Electric Terrain, And also I want to protect and see if it does have a gunshot. It's a nice little scout. That's why Tapu really likes to protect a lot, and also helps out with the leftovers, getting more chip with grassy terrain as well. So I guess he just brought in Heatran just because he doesn't have gunshot. So I decided to just go for the superpower, even though I could have switched out. I don't have a Tuga switching, like I said. So that's why I went for the superpower right here. And since he did have Reflect, I actually forgot he had Reflect up when I clicked superpower. I was like, man, the superpower did nothing. What the heck? What is this? Chop a berry, but I didn't see no berry. But because he has Reflect up, like, it would do a lot more. I think it would come close to maybe even knocking out Heatran with the superpower, even though I'm not running a lot of attack. But it would put it in range of maybe even a Shadow Ball from Mega Alakazam, which I want because I do not want to click Focus Blast on a Heatran because we all know it misses. But at least Heatran doesn't really do too much to Mega Alakazam because Earth Power doesn't do too much with Mega Alakazam's massive, not massive, but decent special defense, like 105. And then we also do have Recover on Mega Alakazam. So Heatran gets to a respectable amount of HP with leftovers from grass terrain, but I bring in my Alakazam and I can just Mega Evolve, and Heatran can't do too much. So in comes the Scizor. I do click Focus Blast over here since I just want to knock out Heatran, and also it does a lot of damage if he doesn't want to bring in Scizor. So unfortunately, I missed Focus Blast right here. I'd rather just win the lottery instead of trying to hit a Focus Blast, to be honest. So that would do a lot of damage to Scizor and maybe even put it in range of a Shadow Ball, but unfortunately that is not going to be the case. So now I bring in Tornadus. As Tornadus' Rocky Helmet, it should take a Bullet Punch if he wants to go for that. It should take a U-turn. Could maybe even take a +2 Bullet Punch as well, since Tornadus is pretty strong. But I am kind of weak to Scizor a little bit if I do lose my Tapu Lele, because Psychic Terrain allows it to not just keep spamming Bullet Punch. So in comes Greninja, and Greninja does threaten me out since it is faster, and I'm guessing it's going to be Scarf, but at the same time it could be Z-Move as well. But I decided to just stay in since I don't have a good switch into it, since I did lose my Tapu Bulu to the Magnezone from the Heatran. So down goes my Tornadus, but now I bring in my Magnezone. As Magnezone, I kind of expect the Greninja to just be Scarf, but unfortunately I guessed wrong, or I guess I predicted wrong, because it is going to be Fighting Z Greninja, and that is going to boom bop my Magnezone. Probably low kick, I'm guessing. Usually you see Dig though. Dig, Ground EMZ hits Magearna, and more Pokemon, I guess, like Heatran, Tyranitar, but Fighting EMZ does hit those guys as well. But I like Ground EMZ Dig because it can hit Magearna for super effective. And sometimes Magearna, or Solva's Magearna mostly, like to switch in on Greninja a lot. But at least since I know it's not Choice Scarf Greninja, I can bring in my Zam and just outspeed it. And also, side note, he didn't have anything to abuse the electric terrain with, I think. I guess I thought he would have some kind of electric seed, but I guess not. Usually you would see like a Hawlucha Tapu Koko, but I don't know. I guess not today. I guess he just wanted screens up for the Scizor. But anyways, yeah, I traced this Protein, which is just broken on Mega Alakazam. I've used that before, I think in one of my other Wi-Fi battles uploaded a long time ago, like Mega Alakazam Protein, question mark. So I get to knock out the Mega Scizor with just a Shadow Ball, which is just amazing. I'm pretty sure it's defensive too, so I'm pretty sure it would knock it out. Feel Spadef, I think he had a chance to live Shadow Ball. And then I just go for the Focus Blast, knock out Heatran, which is beautiful. And now in comes Greninja, and I just gotta click the Focus Blast and knock out the Greninja. I think, did I click more Focus Blasts on the other two games? I don't think I did. I'm not too sure. So this is pretty lucky that I hit some Focus Blast this game versus Demser, since Focus Blast I feel like I always miss, because it's just 70% accuracy, and we all know Pokemon, it's a lie. So in the last game we got versus Johan, and he has a pretty scary, fast, and threatening team. Like, everything's a threat. Lycanroc Dusk is fast and strong, probably Z-Move. Charizard literally sweeps my team if it gets a +1. If it's Dragon Dance Charizard X, like literally, where is my switching? Earthquake Magnezone, Flare Blitz Tapu Bulu, Dragon Claw Garchomp. I don't know, Flare Blitz or Dragon Claw Alakazam, Flare Blitz Tapu Lele, and Flare Blitz Tornadus. So yeah, I need to get Stealth Rocks up pretty much, since it allows the Flare Blitz recoil to knock out Charizard and not sweep my entire team before it can knock out like 2 or 3 mons. But I decided to just lead off with Magnezone, as I kind of guessed right with Lycanroc Dusk as a lead, and I do catch him off guard with the Scarf Flash Cannon, since Scarf Magnezone does outspeed Lycanroc Dusk, and I kind of expected him to be also like Focus Sash Lycanroc for some reason, as like a lead Stealth Rocker, but because usually they have Taunt as well to just like stop any other Stealth Rockers. So pretty nice for me. He's probably just Z-Move, and he wanted to just like KO some mons. So anyways, I brought in Tornadus on the Landorus, as Tornadus is a very nice switch into Landorus, unless it's going to be like Flying MZ or Rocky MZ. Or Bandit Stone Edge, I don't know. But I can live a Scarf Stone Edge. That's pretty nice since I have max HP and a little bit of defense, 8 EVs. So I just go for U-turn as Tapu Koko comes in. I know it's timid since it is shiny, so it's probably special attacking. I bring in Tapu Bulu, get that grass train up, as usually Tapu Koko doesn't have anything to hit. Tapu Bulu, Tapu Koko can't do anything. Tapu Bulu, you know, when it's timid at least. Unless it's hitting Power Poison. And then I go into Garchomp as I expect the Tapu Koko to switch out, or actually just go for a Volt Switch. So that's pretty nice for me. So turns out he's not going to be Scarf, or I guess yeah, he's not Scarf, but turns out he's not Specs either, and fires off a Dazzling Gleam as I do get my Rocks up, but I'll take that trade because, like I said, I need Rocks up for that Charizard. Hopefully it's not going to be Defog Tapu Koko as well, because he just like defog those Stealth Rocks away. So I'm bringing Magnezone on the next Dazzling Gleam as I expect that from him. And over here I actually clicked Volt Switch because I expect him to fear the Flash Cannon, but I guess he did not. He probably expected me to just go for the Electric move, which is interesting because Flash Cannon looked really free right there against Tapu Koko, but I guess I predicted wrong. And Landorus gets a free switching on my Magnezone. So, obviously I don't want to catch an Earthquake. I go into my Tornadus, and he makes a very nice play predicting me going for the Stone Edge, but luckily Tornadus lives it on a Slither. And I'm guessing he's going to be Choice Scarf, so I'm going to switch out because I don't want to lose my Tornadus just yet. Since it does have a Regenerator, I can keep it and allow him to not spam Earthquake versus my team pretty much. So Magnezone takes that Stone Edge pretty nicely. Does have a high chance to critical hit ratio, so that kind of sucks. But he brings in Tapu Koko since he doesn't have a 2-good switch into Magnezone, and I predict him to switch out since that's why I clicked the Volt Switch right there. And I don't think he's not going to be Choice Scarf Landorus since he stayed in against Tornadus. So now I bring in Zam, and looking at his team, Zam just goes in. So click that Mega Evolve and click Psychic, and down something goes. In comes Tapu Koko. I mean, you know, Tapu Koko's already in, but down it goes to the Psychic. So pretty nice for me since a very hyper offensive team like his has no good switch into Alakazam. I mean, most teams kind of get bopped by Alakazam too, to be honest, once it just like gets weakened. So then comes Greninja. I don't want it to be Choice Scarf, so I'm going to go into my Tornadus, as it is going to be Protein Choice Scarf. So there it is, that nice U-turn. Take that nice Rocky Helmet chip, and plus I knew it's going to be Protein because it's female. That's why most of the time you can't get a Battle Bond Greninja that's female. That's why I always say the little things matter. So he brought in Weavile. I'm going to switch out because I don't want to take an Icicle Crash, since Weavile is faster, but he actually goes for the Ice Shard, so I guess he didn't want to miss Icicle Crash or something like that. Or maybe he's adamant Weavile because, I don't know. You guys will see the move he has. But he knocks out Magnezone right there with the low kick, so that's pretty nice. He's Light Orb too. Usually you see Bandit Weavile. I've seen even Choice Scarf Weavile on OU, but not Life Orb too much. Life Orb is pretty scary though, because it could have Poison Jab and just one-shot Tapu Bulu. But it turns out he just Ice Punch. And I brought in Tapu Bulu mainly because Tapu Bulu had a roll to live in Icicle Crash, I remember. So that's why I brought it in, but turned out he was Ice Punch, so definitely live that. And yeah, I guess that's why he went for the Ice Shard, even though Ice Punch would easily knock out Tornadus. But at the same time, I'm guessing he's just Adamant, but I feel like Adamant would have knocked out Tapu Bulu. I don't know, he could have just clicked Ice Punch, but I guess it didn't really matter since Ice Shard knocked out Tornadus either way. So I guess it didn't matter either way. But it would have knocked out Magnezone, and he didn't have to take 2 life hits, I think. Maybe. I don't know, Magnezone's pretty bulky. But either way, in comes the Threat Charizard. I go into Tapu Lele as a sack since I didn't really need it. And yeah, down goes Tapu Lele to the Flare Blitz. I just wanted the Charizard to just go and take a lot of recoil damage, and I was just praying it did not go for a Dragon Dance, because what'll happen was I'd have to like try and get a lot of Regenerator with Tornadus to the point where it would go down to Rocky Helmet and it would go down to some recoil, or if he wants to keep spamming Dragon Claw as well. Because I gotta not let it just like be able to Dragon Dance up twice, because then that would probably put it in range of me getting knocked out by +1 Dragon Claw, or +2 Dragon Claw for Tornadus, if that makes sense. But yeah, anyways, I switch out Alakazam because I don't want to lose it to the Choice Scarf Landorus. I bring in Tapu Bulu because I wanted to just keep Tapu Bulu for the Landorus. It's a really good switching. And he just spams knockoff, so that's not going to do too much. And I go for the Horn Leech and hopefully knock out the Landorus, but unfortunately it lives. But yeah, that's fine. I can just two-shot it. And he's just going to keep spamming knockoff, so pretty much giving his Choice Scarf right there. So, Tapu Bulu is looking pretty nice versus the rest of his team. He only has 1 Pokemon left, though. And we'll see what it is. It's going to be, I think, Greninja, right? Pretty sure, yeah, Greninja. And I think he just fires off some Ice Beams. And that's probably going to be... Oh no, he got Skunk Shot, yeah. And it actually comes pretty close because he hits the Gunk Shot and knocks out Tapu Bulu. And he's pretty much locked into it, I'm guessing, since he is probably Choice Scarf, is what I'm guessing. Usually Greninja are Choice Scarf when they're Protein, and you don't really see an item like Life Orb or Z-Move. Could be Z-Move though, but he does outspeed Mega Alakazam, and I do get critical hitted, which I'm pretty sure Alakazam lives that. Maybe it's a roll, but I'm pretty sure it lives it. But unfortunately I get critted. But at least I still have my Tornadus, and maybe he can miss. But Tornadus also goes down to the Gunk Shot right here. So my last, actually no, I miss a Hurricane? No. Okay, well, I guess I just don't knock out the Greninja with a Hurricane because it lives on a Slither. I don't know, but yeah, last mon is Garchomp versus Greninja, and Garchomp will lift the Gunk Shot. That's all that matters really. I win the game, right? And that was actually pretty close. Like Greninja just went in on a lot of my Pokemon. I actually thought Tornadus would live or would knock out the Greninja with a Hurricane, but I didn't. And yeah, that's gonna be a GG versus Johan. So pretty close game, but yeah. So that's gonna be it for the Wi-Fi battle. Hope you guys enjoyed. Make sure to leave a like, comment, subscribe, do your thing. And I guess the common question of the day is gonna be, what is your favorite? I don't know. What is your favorite? I don't know. Regenerator mon. Regenerator's pretty nice. Reuniclus, Tornadus. We got Tangrowth. Tangrowth is just so good in the OU tier. One of the best grass types, next to Tapu for sure. So, I'll see you guys next video. Peace, peace.